What a crazy week it has been. There has been motorhome sales. I bought a new van. There's been rescue dog trips. Lots of doggies in like you, Poppy, isn't there? And more. Welcome back to a crazy episode 10 of the UK to France in 2 years series, where I, Jace, Loki, and Bonnie am trying to move over to France in 2 years to create a kennelless rescue, a paradise for homeless dogs. I'm trying to put £300,000 away while doing it. The only support I need from you guys is a like and a subscription to this channel if you enjoy the content. Poppy Dog, who is wandering in front of the camera right now, wagging that little bum, is here because she's boarding with me through the Paulson Retreat, my doggy daycare and boarding business. So first things first, I want to give you an update on Bonnie Sausage. She was very ill last week, almost a bit touch and go, but she has made a full recovery. We had a small relapse one day where she started puking up again, but we found that dropping her omeprazole but keeping her pain meds in allowed her to digest her food much more comfortably, which is what she was struggling with initially. The next crazy thing that happened was myself and my ex-partner own a motorhome and she's got equity in it. So we decided to sell the motorhome. And we had a strange request from the buyer to drive the motorhome 4 hours south from where I live to go and offer it them for sale. We were sensible in our endeavours and charged a £500 non-refundable deposit, which the buyers, Julie and Dave, were amazing about. When we got there, they didn't quibble on the price because they could see how much work was done and actually put more equity away from that motorhome than I originally thought I was going to. And I'll talk about that in the finance section when we put the whiteboard up. The next awesome thing that happened this week was I got to go to the rescue centre. I hadn't managed to get there for about 10 days, and there were some beautiful dogs that I got to go and walk. Some that are very, very difficult, but as a result of that, some of the staff, even at the local rescue, aren't comfortable or confident to walk these dogs, which is why it's so important that I try and get there as often as I can to help these beautiful babies in their rehabilitation and giving them the best possible chance to get a home. There's just so much good stuff that happened. I purchased a new dog dad wagon because the Mercedes has had quite a few problems recently. It's not doing great miles to gallon, so I picked up this little Fiat Fiorino. I'm going to be doing some work on it over the next few weeks before it comes on the road officially, just to make it safe and comfortable in the back for all the doggies that I transport round when we go on walkies. So I'll keep you up to date with that as we go. And there might be a color change coming through some vinyl wrap at some point, which I'm going to do myself because I love vinyl wrapping. The next thing, I had to make a very difficult business decision. I have never charged deposits for my boarding and daycare, which you might think is a very silly thing to do. But I wanted to ensure that if any unforeseen circumstances came up, that people weren't being punished as well as having to maybe cancel their holidays. But to date, the Pawson Retreat, it having opened 10 months ago, has lost £3,665 to cancellations. So I've had to make the difficult decision to charge a 25% non-refundable deposit up front when dates are booked. I'm just trying to safeguard the business and obviously add to the goal and the dream of putting all this money away to the sanctuary. All of my regular clients completely understand this decision, and I know future clients will too. Are you comfy? Whew, what a week it has been. And I also put some great money away this week. So let's go and talk about that over at the whiteboard.
Okay, I am filming this very late on in the week because I thought I'd film this and then look back and my top of my head was cut off. So here's the whiteboard, and we're going to talk about finances, the numbers, because that's all that matters when it comes to being able to purchase property outright. Have I made money? So normally there's 4 subcategories, and I start from the top and I go down, but we're going to switch to the 4th one first, which was the motorhome. Now the motorhome has sold, and I was lucky enough to put more equity away from that. I previously thought I could only put away £10,000 in personal equity from the motorhome. I managed to put £11,000 away. So what I've done is taken that £11,000 immediately and put it into the fiat category, and I've placed that inside of my stocks and shares ISA, and it's already done quite well and made a couple of £100 since being in there. I'm not going to report back on the interest gains on it, just the pure capital. So Moving back up to the fiat category, which is anything that is electronically banked or in cash or in a stocks and shares or cash ISA at this moment in time. We have £4,300 from last week's total. I made £375 this week through the doggy boarding and the daycare, and then I managed to put that £11,000 from the motorhome as well, bringing the total up to £15,675. The next subcategory is Pokemon cards. Yes, illustrations on cards, but they are worth money. It's like a collectibles thing. I have graded cards, I have full sets as well, and the total value if I needed to sell them quickly would be about £2,000. The third and now final subcategory inside of the finance section is cryptocurrency. It has been so volatile at this moment in time. It is really testing my commitment to the industry. It's not an industry I recommend anyone get into. There are far safer bets for your investment to just continually and consistently grow over the years. But I kind of like the volatility. So my total holdings are at about £20,000 currently, bringing the sum total up to £37,675 for this week.
So guys, I just want to say a final thank you for your support on this channel. If you hadn't already, please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoy the content. It does support this goal and this dream of moving to France in the next 2 years. From all of us here at Pawsome Retreats, thank you. Have a great week. We love you and stay pawsome. And no, I just told them. I told them that we love them. I know. I also told them that you like the chest rubs, you like the sleepies, and you just love the fuss, don't you? Isn't you? Okay. You big Susan bug? You big Susie bug? Giss es nom? Giss es nom? I love it.